Hi, I'm Anca, and this is the place to be to hear about the latest tech trends in healthcare. In October 2020, the medical records of thousands of patients attending a psychotherapy facility were stolen and used to blackmail them. Those records contained information about therapy sessions, care plans, as well as social security numbers and addresses. Some of the patients even received emails threatening them to publicly reveal the content of their medical records if they did not pay the blackmailer. Lately, it seems like the use of our personal health data is the object of speculation, fantasies, and conspiracy theories. The story I just told you only increases fear and suspicion when it comes to the use, misuse, and abuse of health data. Overall, although such tragic incidents do happen, they don't reflect the whole picture. In fact, there's a great deal of misunderstanding about the way patient data is used in healthcare industry. So, here are some of the biggest misconceptions people have when it comes to their health data. False! In Europe, the GDPR defines health data as data concerning health, meaning personal data related to the physical or mental health of a natural person, including the provision of healthcare services, which reveal information about his or her health status. Health data can be about an individual's past, current, or future health status. It not only covers specific details of medical conditions, test or treatment, but it includes any related data which reveals anything about the state of someone's health. So, data you share with your doctor during an appointment is only part of your health data. For instance, did you know that information you share on social media can also be considered as health data? False! A lot of patients are under the impression that once they provide their medical team with information, their data is registered in their health record and does not move from there. That is simply not true. Most of this data will be reused outside of the context of care, mainly for medical research. Third parties, such as doctors or researchers from public or private organizations, can also access your health data. But do not worry. Regulation usually requires this data to be de-identified and anonymized before being shared with anyone else, for obvious security and privacy reasons. Not true! When patients fear their data might be used against them, they usually talk about their identifiable data. This is the type of data that exposes them personally to commercial targeting by companies or blackmail by hackers. So it is normal to want more protection around identifiable information. But as mentioned earlier, most of the research in the medical field is done on anonymized data. In fact, in most cases, researchers, whether from public institutions or private pharma companies, only receive an aggregated set of data that cannot be linked back to an individual. Data privacy has always been a major preoccupation in medical ethics. Biomedical research has therefore always been submitted to very strict rules to preserve patients' privacy and make sure that anonymization techniques make re-identification very difficult. Also, the methodologies that guide research also force organizations to obtain results that are representative of a target population, not a specific individual. Therefore, identifiable data is usually of little use when it comes to scientific research. In most cases, researchers, whether they come from public organizations or private ones, such as pharmaceutical companies or CROs, are mostly interested in analyzing the behavior and the features of entire populations and not of particular individuals. For instance, a pharmaceutical company might want to understand what are the adverse reactions that individuals using their products experience. To do so, they will put together large volumes of anonymized data representative of that population and analyze the results. Knowing who each individual in that cohort is just simply doesn't add any value. In the cases in which identifiable data is needed, depending on the country and the local regulation, explicit and written consent from the patient is required. False. Health data is not always accurate for multiple reasons. First, people lie. Yep, I'm pretty sure most of you have already lied or simply forgot to give your doctor all the information about your health. This happens more often than we can imagine, and it results in inaccurate medical records. Also, if you remember well, health data also comes from wearables, social media, and other sources that can create approximations and errors. Second, the integrity of your health data cannot always be guaranteed. In fact, many patients realize in time that their health records do not reflect the reality of their health status and that some of the information has been changed in time. This is usually not done on purpose, but it is sometimes difficult to ensure the integrity of electronic data, especially as it is accessed by multiple stakeholders, it is copied and shared. In fact, this lack of data integrity is what pushed some organizations to look into technologies such as blockchain. But more on that in another video. These are the top myths about health data that I have heard. Do you know any other? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you next time.